Melissa Strong. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I did say, because we talked a little bit, I did say I'm fine. I'm okay. It's been a wild week. It's only Wednesday too.
Yeah.
It's been kind of nuts. And summer's been, well, I guess summer's practically done. I know school started, university started, all that stuff. So I'm kind of disappointed it ended, but same thing. I had a wild, crazy summer. But what about you? What did you do for the summer?
Nothing too exciting.
Nothing. What do you guys, so how do I say the studio? I know there's numbers, but I just want to make sure everything's right.
It's 5678 Dance Studio.
Okay, just like that.
Yep, just like that. Kind of like when you count in kids to like a date, you say, all right, we're starting in 5, 6, 7, 8, because you count majority of the time in 8s. So,
okay. Yeah, I wanted to reach out to y'all because also I covered a lot of stuff in Vermilion, and I've covered some stuff a little more outside the region. The farthest I've covered was in Brookings. And I was like, whoa, Sioux City is like our neighbor, so let me check out. And then I saw on y'all's page, there's a lady named Rebecca. I've seen her at USD. I've seen her at the Wellness Center I think as a trainer.
Yep, she's an instructor there. Yeah.
Yeah, and because I was like, is that the same person? Because did she recently just have a baby?
So I think Lou's about 2.5 now. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, dang, time flies then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen her because me and my wife, we would head to the Wellness Center early morning. And I would see her, and she was the one training people or this and that. She would have like group classes, and she was very, very vocal. Not yelling, but she's very vocal. And then we noticed that she was pregnant, and she never came back. And I think she came back a while, and then I haven't seen her. But yeah, I was looking at y'all's page, and I was like, I think that's the same person.
Yep. Yeah.
So, oh, snap.
Yep. She's been teaching for me for 13 years, maybe 14 years. I can't remember, but
really?
Close to that. Yep. And now she's the dance coach here at University of South Dakota.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that recent or?
This is her second year. So last year was her first year.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a strange connection. What's a small world.
Yeah. And her husband works for the university. I think he's in the tech. He's like a tech guy.
What's their last name?
McNamara. Andy.
Oh, snap. Okay. I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah.
Super small world.
Super small world.
Yeah. Explain so what do you guys do? What's your studio like?
Well, I started back in 2000, so this will be our 26th season. We started out of a church. They let us rent a room. I had about 40 kids my first year. It was kind of my husband's idea. He said, why don't you open, I have a broadcast news degree. Uh-huh. And we know how much the pay is there. Not a lot. And there wasn't a studio close by in the area. And he said, why don't you open a dance studio? Because I was working for the dance studio that I grew up in. And I was like, no, that sounds dumb. Like, I don't want to do that. Well, I did, just to see how it would go. We started out in the church. I think we were in the church for 2 or 3 years. And then I moved over to North Derby Lane in North Sioux City. We rented a space there, kind of grew out of that. We ended up buying the building and adding rooms on and that kind of stuff. And then we grew out of there. And then we built a building where we are now, which is kind of over by Dakota Valley Schools. 10, 11 years ago. So we've been in that building. And we have about 275 kiddos. And here we are. We are the only all-star studio in the area. All-star we are a USASF member, which means all of our coaches have to have background checks and safe sport training and all of that good stuff, which I think is good, safe, all of that good stuff. But All-Star is a little bit different than your traditional studio. If you kind of look at college dance, which is athletic plus artistry. A lot of acro, a lot of turning, a lot of skills, but incorporated into dance. That's what All Star is. And it's more team based rather than individual based, which is why I kind of gravitated towards that.
Okay. Interesting. So I'm not too familiar with dance. The only thing I'm familiar with, so my little sister, she's really into dance. She was in high school. What do they call it? I know in our school we used to call it like high steppers. So the first ones was, they're like in a football field.
Right. Yeah. Like drill teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they would dance. And then they also had something like a dance class. And I remember going to her performances. And a lot of the ones I really liked were like the hip hop stuff. And something I didn't like, and maybe it's just me, I think they call it
Contemporary.
Yeah, is that the...
Yeah.
Okay, is that kind of like... This episode is brought to you by 5 Star Barbershop. Are y'all guys looking for a place to get a haircut? I recommend 5 Star Barbershop. They're the #1 barbershop in the southeast region of South Dakota. From haircuts, beards, eyebrows, shampoo, you name it. They also offer discounts for students and athletes. I will add their link so you can make an appointment because they get very, very busy. Now let's get back to it.
It's
just me.
Yeah, contemporary can be more slow. I mean, it can be fast too, but it's more, you're making shapes and it's more abstract and yeah.
That's why.
So you kind of have to like it or you don't like it really.
Yeah, and I would kind of tease my sister a little bit too. So apologize, Alexia. But I would tell her, I was like, why do you guys do that? Why don't you just stick with other stuff? The other stuff is kind of, I like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
And she was telling me, she's like, she mentioned something about shapes and like the artistic, and maybe it's just me. It's like the same with like when people paint, like, there's like, I like a lot of cool art, but the ones that, I don't know, sometimes like, yeah, if you see like a dot and whatever, I'm like,
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I don't know. Maybe I just got to see more. I know Vermilion has that. It's called, is it Vado?
Vada?
Yeah.
Vermilion. Oh, gosh.
Vermilion Area
Dance
Organization, I think.
Vado.
Vado.
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of friends, kids are in it.
Yeah.
And I haven't been to one of their performances. I wonder if I should ask them. I should get them on too. Yeah, because there's what do you guys do? What kind of dancing? Or
we do all kinds of dancing. So we have your traditional tap, ballet, jazz. We do hip hop. We do lyrical, which is kind of contemporary. We do point, which is part of ballet. It's with the hard shoes that you go all the way up on your toes.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. We do pom, like if you've seen dance teams, pom dance. God, I feel like we do tumbling, like acro.
Oh, everything.
We do everything. Yes.
What's your favorite one?
My favorite one is ballet, and I think it's just, I don't know, it's very disciplined. So
are you, because you mentioned about your degree in a different field, are you also a dancer too?
I danced, I started dancing when I was like 4 and danced all the way. And then I taught, and then I coached at Dakota Valley for 20 years. I was the coach of their dance team. But yeah, dance was in my life for even in college. Like I would do, whatever dance classes that the college had. When I went to Mankato, I was minoring in dance, but then I switched out of Mankato. And then wherever I went after that, they didn't have a minor, but dance was always in my life. And then, like I said, I was teaching at my studio that I grew up in when I was finishing my degree. So it just was always a part of my life, and I always gravitated back towards it. Wow. So that's why my husband was like, why don't you open a dance studio? And I was like, why would I do that? I got a degree in broadcast news.
Yeah. So why did you get the degree in broadcast news?
Well, that's what I want. I knew I wanted to do that when I was like a sophomore in high school. It's just something that I don't know. I like the investigative part of reporting. I loved. And my dream was always, to go big and, because you got to grow in the fields. You have to keep going to the bigger cities to grow. And then after I graduated and got married, I was like, no, I just want to live in my small town, and I don't want to, I was planning on still doing broadcast news, and then I actually worked for KTIV, and I worked for Channel 9, and I worked for KSCJ, a lot of internships, and I don't know.
Wow, it's so funny how
it's crazy
how plans change.
I know.
Dude, this is kind of nuts. I'm probably thinking way too deep into it, because why I was feeling kind of this week too is because it was that topic, and I was talking to my wife and friends yesterday and the day before, and the weekend about there's a lot of stuff changing. Like I would say, man, this is kind of like the plan. Something always changes. Like a big example, like I mentioned, like how I work at USD. I work at the med school.
Okay.
And some change that they're doing is they're moving the med school to Sioux Falls. And that sucks too, because we just moved into a house.
Oh.
And there was another situation with that. And then also this year, and it's good too, like my wife is pregnant.
Yep.
So we're going to have our second kid. Yay. Our first kid's actually 10 years old.
Congrats.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, it's not going like how I want it to go. And then also super funny thing. And I know I'm getting a little off topic.
You're good.
Yesterday, same thing we're talking about. Same thing about this, because this is just a hobby. I really enjoy it a lot. It's fun. It's super fun. I get to meet new people, and then a lot of people are saying, well, how do you, or I get some people saying, well, you should make some money this off. And I'm like, why? I don't know how, this and that. And then so it happened in January where Carson, he's the owner of the Main Street Inn here. He kind of did like a little sponsorship thingy.
Yeah.
So he gave me, he I guess paid me, and I got to pay the equipment that this was from the church that they lent me, and I got it. And I asked the church, can I buy it from you? And they're like, yeah, that's fine, it's cool. So like that stuff rolled, and then I was a little bummed out too. The few days, because like, man, what can I do? I don't know how to reach out. And then they're gonna have the in town next weekend. They're gonna have the ribs rods, rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
They do that here, and I covered it last year, and me and a friend named Mason were like, hey, let's do like a little, not like a little documentary, but kind of like video. Like, let's interview some of the vendors, let's get some shots. So we did like a little mini video on that, and his editing and filming is amazing. I'm telling you, it's amazing. I just talk. His is amazing. And he made I think it was a good video. The first time we do something like that. And I asked him, I said, are you down for another one maybe? And he says, maybe. But he says, we gotta see if we could make something. And then actually yesterday I finished an interview with the president of the Ribs Rods. I need to upload that this week. I'm just so backed up. And we're just talking about, I mentioned about that. And he says, yeah, we could do something. And he said, you guys did a video, right? I'm like, yeah. And he says, and I said, we might, maybe we might do another one depending. He said, hey, I might pay you guys. We're looking for some marketing. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, that's something. So, but it was stuff like that. I'm like, plans change, and then something comes up, and it's wild.
Life is crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Were you kind of like scared when you opened up the first time? How did that happen?
I was, because I was 21, young.
You're still young.
I'm still young. And I was just like, all right, I didn't think it would go this far. I thought it would, maybe do it for a few years, see how it goes. And then 26 years later, crazy. It's crazy. We have our senior teams go to Worlds. Whoa. And they're globing at Worlds, like against all of these huge teams across the world. And never 26 years ago did I think that would be where I am today. But
wow. Was there like any point throughout those years where you're like, whoa, it's growing?
I would say when not in the building I am now, when I was in the other building, And we had to like build out for the third time. And it just started to be this cookie cutter because it was kind of like a strip mall type building. And it was like the space wasn't working and we were just like overflowing. It was like we were bursting at the seams. And I was like, oh my, what? We have to have a new space. And my husband's like, why don't we just build a building where we can design it? His family had land over by Dakota Valley. So yeah, that's when I was like, all right, we did something. We made something out of it. So
how did it like when you were starting it and you kept growing, like, did you have to do like marketing? Was it word of mouth, or how did you guys attract so many?
I feel like the biggest thing was word of mouth because, at the time that's when like Dakota Dunes was kind of exploding and that community was exploding. So it was really word of mouth. I didn't have to do a lot of advertising. And being the only dance studio in the area at that time, it was easy.
Okay.
It was easy. And then I feel like I think I brought on my first teacher after maybe 5 years. And now I have 15 staff members. So,
whoa,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Now, nowadays, do you ever just like look back and like, whoa, look how far I'm at? Or is it just kind of normal now?
I feel like it's just normal now. Every once in a while I'll look back and I'll be like, oh, remember the day I was in the church with, with portable bars and no mirrors and no equipment, and now I'm like, but now it's just normal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, this stuff is crazy. Because I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I had his name is Luke. He owns a Pristine, and it's a landscaping company here, and I think he's only like 22. I want to say because he's way younger than me. I think he's like 22, and he was saying that he was studying like music. I think he said trumpet or trombone. I apologize if I don't remember, and he only did it for a year. And he's always like cut like lawns since he was younger, and he decided, he was like, God, this isn't for me, the school stuff. I'm gonna do it. And then now he has like 14 employees. He's expanding to I don't know where. He built like a shop over here. And I'm like, whoa, same thing I said, did you ever look back or be like, whoa, I kind of made it or something? He's like, when I built the shop, that's when I was like, whoa, yeah. So it's cool. And then, holy crap. And some of the people around town too, like there's another coffee shop. It's called The Bean. They started out I think if I remember right, as one of those bikes that like a bike and there's like a cart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I think that's how they started at the farmer's market here. And then now they got a coffee shop, and I think they also co-own there's a ice cream shop here.
Okay.
Cow and Spoon. So it's kind of, it's cool how people could kind of start out like that, and then just if you pursue and just.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what the percentage is, but they say the percentage of businesses that start open, your original owner, I think is a small percentage that last. So I mean, to me, that's a huge thing. If you can get past that hump and just keep going.
Is there any like tips or secrets for people? Like, what are they?
Oh, geez. I think it helps that I love what I do. If you go to work and love what you do every day, that helps. If it's, like one of those jobs that you're like, oh, I got to go to work today. Oh, I can't wait for the weekend. But I think, my husband's always like, how long you planning on doing this? And I'm like, and then he's like, oh no. But I'm like, until I'm in a walker and I can't teach anymore, I guess. I don't know. I think it helps when you love what you do. I think that helps make you successful.
Yeah, because that passion, if you like what you're doing, you don't want to just, of course, heading home with family, of course, that's a good thing too. But I think that's also some troubling. I've talked to some people about that where they're either like, I don't want to say hate their job, they're kind of burnt out.
Right.
yeah, burnt out and they want to do something different. And then you see it too. I've talked to other people when they're like, they either studied on this or they used to be, they had a different job, or maybe it was a higher paying job where they're a director, and now they're doing something else, or they're like making food or crafts, or they're doing something completely different. And I ask why, and they're like, I like it. I like it. And it's something we've been also discussing too this week, especially with me and some people. Like yesterday I was talking with his name is Zach, a great friend of mine. We're talking about like careers, jobs, and money. We're discussing. We're like, is it worth it for people like, get a job, but it's only for the pay? Of course, money is important. Family, this and that. But is it worth it? Is it worth going to, like, let's say, I don't know, let's say that there's an office job, accounting, whatever, something like that. And if you're making like a buttload of money, let's say you make 6 figures, but you come home, like how you're saying, like, hope it's the weekend. Oh man, I'm ready to head out. Then you come home tired, and then you can't do anything because you're trying to recuperate, and you're just like, nothing else. You got 8 days or 8 hours, or say 8-9 hours doing that, and then you can't enjoy it. You have a lot of money, but you can't enjoy it because you're like, I gotta go back to work. I gotta go do the grind. Then what's the point?
What's the point of life?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's those things that people battle, and even I'll admit to, even with me a little bit, even I would say even like a little bit now. I like my job is okay. It's not one of those. My boss is amazing. My boss is amazing. He's great. He's great. I have no complaints about the job. Actually, is it something that I enjoy, like passion? Not really. It's mostly job. But I think what helps too is the environment. My job, the people I work with, they're great. But there's also people that'll have like, oh man, I work here or do this and that. But sometimes I'm like, man, what do I want to do? Or other people, what should I do? Like, for example, I would say, let's say with me, and I'll just give, and I apologize. I shouldn't even be talking.
No, you're good. I'm listening.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, for example, like, let's say this. I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy it. Now, should I quit my job to pursue this? Not really, because you need a backup plan because you have a family, maybe.
Yeah, you still got to pay your bills.
Yeah, I'll take my hour of lunch to do this, and then, after work, editing and all that other stuff on weekends. But, trying to supplement that because, because you're like, man, is it worth it? Should I do this or should I do that? Like my wife. She works at USD. She's very smart. She does accounting, this and that. But she also loves food. And what we kind of did a few years ago, and we just haven't because this year's been wild, especially with pregnancy. She loves food, as in she cooks. She's from Mexico. She grew up there, this and that. So she likes Mexican food. We did some, we started doing a few years ago, and then I think we just stopped last year. Not a food truck, because trucks are expensive.
Right.
Kind of like a food stand.
Okay, yeah.
And we made just tacos. Just keep it like that. Because a few years ago, there wasn't any like authentic Mexican food. Now there's a taco place called Fayuca that opened up. But there wasn't nothing yet. And we didn't want to like jump the gun and open up a restaurant. No,
right.
No. So we're like, well, how can we make food and sell it? Same thing, follow the rules, but how do we make it different? And the idea, my wife, and I'll say it's always her idea because she's the boss. I just follow what she does on the food stuff. I just talk and try to get stuff, talk with people. She does the cooking and everything. I just do what she tells me to do. And I think we're like, how can we do it different? How do they do it in Mexico though? Because in Mexico, or the part where my family and her from, there's no food trucks. There's no food trucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Food trucks is mostly, I want to say like an American thing.
Okay.
Which isn't bad. It's not bad. But if you ever head to Mexico and not like border towns, because family's from like more of the central part. There's
okay.
mountains and valleys. nice 70-degree weather. If you ever go to like those, and same thing, not to like a tourist place. Like I know people say Cancun. I'm like, no, it's a great place probably, but more like go to a local area. If you go there, you'll see like stands, bunch of taco stands everywhere. It could be like the same thing in a cart, push. It could be a small cart or one of those larger carts, or it could be same thing, not necessarily like a restaurant, but like in an area, like I guess it is a restaurant, but you go in there. They'll just have tables, sell tacos, menu. That's your stuff.
Okay.
So we're like, well, let's do something like that, like a stand, because that's what, and I think it'll be cheaper. So we did that, and it was great. We set up, and a lot of people they were very curious because it's street food, and there wasn't street food here. I don't know if they still do it. I haven't seen like outside, and was something that was kind of cool that I've noticed with kids, because what we did is, for example, this is how our setup was. We got a tent. I got a big old tent from Walmart, and then I bought just one of those Blackstone flat tops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The grills. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Just like that. And then we had like a table to set up for whatever. And what I would do is I cook the meat. I'll have like the normal bistec, chorizo, al pastor, the three normal ones, even around here. And I would cook it right there, because also according to the food permits, because it's temporary, because we don't have a location.
Right.
They say you have to cook on site, so it actually benefit us. I'm like, okay, we cook on site.
Oh.
So we cook on site. People could see it, and then I would have like my wooden block and whatever machete or knife I had, and you just cut the meat. And it's kind of loud, and then people could hear it in downtown. Then no one complained. They're like, we could hear y'all. And then the kids would have like they kind of enjoy it, because we're like, hey, what do you want? This and that. So okay, it's prepared on site, and I'm chopping up, and my wife is making it, and kids, they like that. I guess they never seen that.
Right. Yeah. If it's something new.
Yeah. So stuff like that. It was that stuff was cool, and then we did other things too, and it was real cool. And I kind of do because my wife likes that, and it's very tiring, super tiring, preparing and setting down and this and that. But I would tell her like, hey, just we should keep doing that, or hey, follow that, because she has that passion. She loves food. She's those type of people that loves cooking, trying new things, and like she's a foodie. We like trying different things when we go to different places, restaurants, food stands, whatever. She tastes it, and have you ever seen like Ratatouille?
Yeah.
She loves that movie, and the way when we watch it, she's Remy the rat. She senses or whatever. I'll eat it. I'm like, yeah, it tastes good.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, I don't have that. I don't know what it is.
It's because my husband's the same way. He's like, oh, it needs more of this or more of that. And I'm like, what? No, what? I would not know, because I'm not a great cook. But
yeah, and I don't know how she does it. So for me, I can't. Okay, I could cook if I follow, like, for example,
a recipe.
Yep. Or I follow what she does. I could copy it, imitate it. And I think that's what I do with jobs. I could imitate it. It takes me a few tries, but I think I could do it. And with her, she could just have you seen those shows like MasterChef?
Yes,
too?
they're like, and you need an onion, and you need this and this, and now make something.
Yes.
And they do it.
Yes.
It's crazy.
So yeah, if you give her just ingredients, and that's what she does, she just grabs it, and she will, I don't know how she does it, but she's like, okay, I'm gonna make this because I have this. If you give me the same ingredients.
Yeah, I would have no idea.
Yeah, okay, I got some potatoes, eggs. I guess I'm making eggs and potatoes.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how to make the whatever crust. I don't know though. She's into it, and it's but it's really cool the way even watching her. And same thing. I talked about it too, and I think she hates it because she says I'm over exaggerating. So it was when we were doing, like, for example, the food stuff. It was me, her, and then my daughter. I think she was like around 7 at that time, 7 or 8, and I would tell my wife, I'll say, Myra, you yell at us, man. You yell, and it's scary. It's scary. And she's like, I'm not yelling. I'm like, yes, you are. You're kind of yelling at us. And she's like, what were you supposed to do? And right at this and that. But no, she's nice. And she's actually a great person. But I'm like, you remind me of like Gordon Ramsay sometimes.
Did you get intense in the kitchen?
Yeah. I'll say, you're cussing. I'm not cussing. No one says I'm not, or they're not, they say I'm not cussing. Yeah. But you're cussing in Spanish to us. But it's cool. Like, I love how people have those passions for just different things.
Yeah.
You gotta feel me?
Yes. Do you guys don't do it anymore?
We haven't because just this year, it's just been wild this year. We did it last year a little bit. We did actually. No, I lied. We did. We'll do it like there's a brewery in town.
Oh yeah.
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 19 brewing company. I usually call it XIX. We sometimes, because they finished their kitchen and they would also invite us to, and then we would sell food there because it would be a lot better than bringing, the grill and everything. And it depends on the day. Because we would do like every, I don't know, few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, just like on a Saturday, Sunday, because we both have full-time jobs.
Yep.
But we did, tacos would hit, and we did around wintertime, we would do tamales.
Oh, yeah.
And then, because around here, it's very hard to find tamales, and we make them all the time. Even actually, the last week, or the weekend, Saturday, same thing, we just make tamales just for ourselves, and we make a bunch. We got it, I guess, down to a science, because people would say, oh, I heard tamales, you have to have like a whole family, and it's ours. And I think we've done it so much that it's just me, her, we got a system going.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a system. And my daughter's old enough that she jumped in. So we made it and But yeah, we did tamales, and that one, I guess people around here, around Christmas time, they love tamales. We sold some at the, we wanted to try it. We sold at the farmer's market in December on a Saturday. We have a little same thing on a little Facebook page, and we posted, hey, we're gonna be at a farmer's market. And man, it was gone. Literally, because we got there, we were setting up, and 5 minutes, it was gone.
Oh my gosh.
It was just gone. We're like, uh-oh.
Pack up, go home.
Yeah. I swear, I will not lie. Literally, I'm setting up a little table. I'm going to the truck, and then, we bring in the cazuela, the pot. We bring it in, and I'm setting up, and they're gone. And I'm like, so we're like, okay. And there was still people coming in, and we're like, we don't have any. And I think we made like 50. I think we were just expecting people to buy like one.
Again, they probably bought like 10.
Yeah, they bought a lot. So we're like, okay, we should do this again, but not like that. Because we do want people to buy, enjoy it. So we hit up the brewery, and we're like, okay, let's just make a bunch. Let's go to the brewery and same thing, announce it. And I don't know if it was before that farm market or after. Same thing. We Melissa, we set up, and I counted it. It was 22 minutes. They were freaking gone. Yeah, I'm like...
Okay, I'm starting to think you should open a restaurant.
We had some people ask that. So the third time we rolled up, we're like, okay, we're just making a bunch. We're going to make 2 pots, whatever, whoever, because at that time, we were still at our apartment, and the kitchen is, I swear, and I hated that kitchen. It's literally this big.
Tiny.
And this is including like a stove or a range. So yeah, that's as much we could do, and it would better. I think this time, I want to say like 40 minutes. So,
It lasted 40.
Yeah, because we put the time. Like Myra, when she was posting it, because she makes the artistic designs, she would put like from, I think, for example, 5 to 7, like 2 hours or something. Yeah, they were gone. So, but yeah, hopefully, and then the fourth time, we're like, okay, we're just doing orders. We'll just post it, for example, on Facebook. Hey, how many you get? If people want some, tell us how many, and we'll make them for that. And that worked a lot
better.
a lot better. But then it happened to we're like, because we're just so limited. So Myra said, okay, only a certain amount of people.
Yeah,
it's just us, but it's fun. I do like it, and hopefully I think we'll try to do that again. Because the baby's due in December.
Okay.
And my wife is already, now she's starting to show. She wasn't. Now it's starting to get there. And of course, she can't be able to lift stuff. But I think me and my daughter, we could handle it. And it's fun. I like it. And especially Christmas time, because I don't know if it's the culture we grew up in. We like making tamales. We like serving food. Sometimes we'll do, for example, at our church, when they do like their annual meeting thing, they'll ask us, they'll say, hey, you guys want to make food? They're like, yeah, we made a bunch of tacos. I remember the first time years ago, they said, we actually asked them. It was right when we were trying to figure out if we could do tacos. We asked them, hey, you guys have an annual meeting? I know usually they'll just order like pizza or chicken or something. I said, hey, can we make food for y'all? Like for free, like we'll do that. Something different. And they're like, yeah, we'll also reimburse you. So yeah. And we've been doing that, I think, almost every year, and it's great. People like it, they enjoy it, and people from the church also help us out. And then we also did Myra had the good. I'm telling you, my wife is amazing. It's amazing, but I'm telling you, she's great. I'm not. I mess up a lot. But she had another idea about classes, like a cooking class.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a great idea. How do we do it? And 2 years ago, around December, we're like, let's do it. Let's do it like do it at the church. Just a fun little thing, like how to making tamales.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had they signed up. And Myra was there, and I'm like, well, yeah, tell them, babe. And yeah, she was okay. This is how we do it, and she's how you prepare the sides, everything, down to the whatever. And I think we also did that in December, but it was for a fundraiser for a missions trip. And same thing, we had the team, and it was all of us. It was a bunch of us, and we're making tamales, and it's cool. Same thing, Myra's giving instructions. Apparently, when she gives instructions to other people, she's very nice. But if it's to me, she yells. But I love her. But yeah, that's why I say you should, we got something. Or she has it. I'll say her. So it was cool. Because when you're mentioning about, dance and the passion, I think I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of people that they want to do something. Maybe they're a little scared or, but I say do it. Start small. Don't go out there and, buy a restaurant $1 million and hope for it. No. You could just start small.
Yeah.
But it's been wild. I've been rambling too much on this.
Oh my gosh, you're good. I'm gonna have to try your tamales though now. Now I'm interested. I'm invested.
I'm not saying they're the best, but they're pretty good.
But they sound like they're pretty good.
I hope so. Cause Saturday we made some, and also cause for the house, our plumber Andy, he helped us out a lot with with the house and all the plumbing. So we're like, hey, we're gonna make you some tamales, and him and his grandchild and his girlfriend came and gave him tamales, and they're eating, and I'm like, how they go? He's like, oh, they're great, they're amazing. And then his girlfriend, she's also has a Mexican background in her family, and she said, if I remember right, she said, oh man, these tamales, I haven't made tamales in 20 years. I'm like, yeah. So, yeah. And I know there's tamales also, like, for example, Sioux City will have tamales too. And,
yes.
Oh, story, I've talked about this too. So, have you been to like South Sioux?
Yep.
So is this in South Sioux or is it the regular Sioux City? One of those. So there's a place called, this is where we get our groceries sometimes. It's called a place called Arco Iris, which means the rainbow.
Okay.
One time, this was a year ago? 2 years? No, it had to be 2 years ago in December. It was December. because I remember it because it was freaking cold and it was freaking cold. And there's I don't know what we went to go buy, but it was around nighttime in the evening. We go in there and we're about to go in there, and there's a lady like in a hoodie, literally, and if I remember right, in a red hoodie, standing next to the door. Usually people stand next to the doors, and I see her like kind of talking with people when they ask. She'll like reach out, or she'll lean in and whisper something. First thought, I'm like, she's selling drugs. I know she's selling drugs, but I would not lie. This is true. Ask my wife. She, we're going in there, and I think I don't know if I told them. I was like, just ignore it. The lady whispered. She was like, it was in Spanish, but she said, "You want to buy some tamales?" I'm like,
she wasn't selling drugs. She was selling tamales.
Yeah. I'm like, what? And at first, I'm like, well, I was like, ahorita no, or no, thank you. Or not right now. I was like, no, ahorita no. And, we're buying our stuff and we go out and I'm like, well, I'm craving some tamales. Why not? Let's just try something around here. I don't think we've tried tamales in Sioux City. We always make them. Let's try them. So I asked her, I'm like, can we have some tamales? She's like, red or green? I'm like, we'll have both. She takes me. She has a van, so she takes me more to the parking lot. I'm like, dude, this. And then she opens the trunk, and there's like a cooler. I'm like, bro, it looks like we're doing like a drug
deal. It's a tamale deal.
Exactly. So she has her cooler. So we bought some tamales from the back of a van, and I'm not against that at all. I try anything. And then we ate it because I think we only bought 6, 3 and 3, and we're just eating a few in the car, and we're like, wow, they're pretty good. I'm gonna head back real quick. And I'm like, it's so weird because it looks so sketchy. Because I'm whispering to her, I'm like, I'm right there, like in a jacket, and I'm like, hey, you want some tamales?
Can you hook me up with tamales?
Yeah. And it was 2 years ago, and last year because we went there again around December, we didn't see her.
And she wasn't there.
No, we were hoping. I wonder if she got caught.
Yeah.
So funny. Those funny things are. I don't know. It's one
That's
of those,
funny. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's so true. Like I don't know. But I would say people, hey, if you guys want to try food anywhere, like. If someone's selling food,
out of the back of their van, go for it.
Yeah, try it. I don't know. Hopefully you don't get sick. I didn't get sick. And I think it's fine. Just tamales. But yeah, if you're adventurous, try street food. Try it. Different places, new areas. If it's food.
Yep.
Don't. Yeah, but yeah, we went from dancing to tamales.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't go into the alien conspiracies. I didn't.
No.
So with y'all going back to the dance studio, do you guys, any upcoming events or anything you guys are working on for this year?
We start classes next week. So our 2025, 26 season. So our 26 season starts next week. So all the kiddos will be back in the studio. And as far as events, we don't really have anything coming up. We'll do our, we call it our showcase. It's kind of our kickoff in November 14th at Dakota Valley. And that's basically so our all-star competition kiddos and our performance kiddos can kind of get on the floor for the first time in front of families before they start competing. And then we start competing in December, and that rolls through April.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's the age range?
We have a parent in me class. So that starts at basically walking. And then we go all the way up to, we have adult tap, we have adult fitness classes. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also adults. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all ages, boys and girls. And yeah.
Oh, okay. I am curious about that. I know boys, I know guys dance. Well, I don't see it with hip hop stuff, but do the guys also do like other?
We don't at this moment, we don't, but we have had boys in the past that have been tap, ballet, we did have a boy that did all-star for a hot second. So he did pom and jazz and lyrical. And so, yeah.
Do you guys do, I'm not giving you guys like advice or anything, nothing like that. You guys do anything like salsa or merengue or bachata?
We do not. We have in the past we have tried to do like, I don't know, they call them couples classes or whatever. And it wasn't a hit. Nobody
Really?
I don't, maybe with Dancing with the Stars now it would be more popular. We don't have a lot of space anymore. All of our rooms are taken up.
Okay, because yeah, that's so. I love, and this is the dancing is way different. So when I dance, the type of dancing I do would be like for example, the music is Mexican music like banda, and that's what we do. Like for example, in a quinceañera, or in a wedding, this and that, or in a concert, like that type of music, banda, or whatever. I love that. Me and my I love that. The other dancing, I don't know how to do the other stuff. But it's because my wife mentioned too. She said, man, I wonder if we should. No, she said we should do like a couples dance thing. I just never looked into it, which I should look into it. But yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah, I know Sioux Falls has specific like a ballroom studio. Mm-hmm. I think that they call it ballroom dancing. So it's it's salsa, it's merengue, it's all the ballroom, and it's ballroom specific. So it's not. I don't think it's like little kid dancing.
Yeah,
it's more for adults. But I know Sioux Falls has that. I know we get calls all the time asking if we do it, and we don't. It just wasn't. It wasn't a hit. So.
Okay,
yeah, and actually, it's really hard to find an instructor that is knowledgeable in that around here. That's very hard.
Yeah, because the thing is, if I want to learn it. You guys have to have the instructor,
right?
So yeah, that makes sense.
So it'd have to be like an instructor that came from somewhere else that would have that background, but it's hard to find.
Okay, yeah, it should be okay. Cool. Well, any last words or last shout outs, anything you want to give out?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Last year was our 25th season, and it was we made kind of a big deal about it. So
yeah,
that was kind of a big milestone for the studio, celebrating 25 years, and now we're going into our 26th season. And I think we're, our dancers are we have such dedicated kids, and that's hard to find nowadays. With social media and all of that, kids are very distracted.
True. They are.
And I will say we have our kiddos are super dedicated, and they want to be good. So
cool. Where can people find you guys at?
We are at 208 West Shore Drive in McCook Lake. And so we are about a half a block from Dakota Valley Schools. So McCook Lake, North Sioux City, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, you can find us on our website, which is 5-6-7-8, dancestudio.com. A lot of information there. And like I said, classes start next week, and we still have some openings in some of our classes.
Sweet. Cool. I'll put the links in the description and everything. But yeah, I think we should end it. I want to thank you so much, Melissa.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.